Show that I'm stacking this cake for you, I need a play for you. It's anything for you, I'm out, you know that. It's a message to Marshall, baby, I always try and get out the slums. I love to make you smile, you know you the bomb. Remember nights we made a meal out of crumbs. Yeah, you want the best for me, I'm all, know that. I want the best for you, I'm trying to show that. I'm stacking this cake for you, I need a play for you. It's anything for you, I'm all, you know that. Yeah, it's anything for you, I'm all, you know that. But I'm getting older, think you need to know that. Yeah, I'm still your baby, but I ain't no baby no more, and I'm
Welcome back to my channel, and I know I haven't posted in a few days. I'm just going to do a quick little video right now. And I'm only going to do a quick video because I have so much to do today. Like, I have so much stuff to do. Like, my schedule is literally packed back to back to back today. And I'm just thinking, why did I do this to myself? But it is what it is. Get that money, girl. Booked and busy. Okay. So I saw this video on TikTok, and it was very interesting to me because I just feel like it's so relatable, and I love the level of vulnerability. It's basically two women talking about how their friendship went astray and how they had to reconnect with one another. And it's very profound. I'll play it now.
Another thing that I feel like at one point made our relationship very toxic is that I felt like she was my therapist and she was obligated to listen to everything that I had to say. I don't care if I repeated it. I was going through something and I wanted you to listen to me. And when you didn't listen to me, I got mad.
Yeah.
And,
Friend, remember the time I was like, I could only do 30 minutes a day now.
yeah, no, you told me an hour. She gonna tell me that if I want to talk about something, she told me straight up. If you want to talk about something, you get an hour. An hour? I got a lot to say. So then it made me stop talking. Because I only got an hour.
And then you always felt weird after that trying to talk to me.
And then I was like, what? Because it was like weird. Like, I'm not about to cut it to an hour. But sometimes you do have to have those boundaries because your friends will talk all your energy out of you. They will talk a damn hole in your head. And you gotta have boundaries. You have to have boundaries.
Most definitely.
Y'all can't talk for hours and hours and hours. And I was talking to you for hours. The situation with you made me understand past relationships that I had in the past, and I was in the shoes of others. I was in other people's shoes, and I was like, damn, now I'm the person who needs to talk all the time, and I'm draining you of your energy. We sitting up here talking about energetic leeches, and I'm being an energetic leech. But I couldn't stop. I recognized things that I was realizing, and I was having anxiety, and then when I didn't want to...
Okay, so she said so much already. First of all, I am somebody who went into friendships with no boundaries because I didn't understand the concept of boundaries. And I thought that in order for me to be a good friend, I need to constantly be there for my friends. So I have in the past been friends with women that I currently wouldn't even like sit next to. You know what I'm saying? Because their energy and their vibe and their mindset is so low. So I thought that if my friend is going through the same thing that she's, that she's been going through, that I'm aware about, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it was my responsibility to be there for my friend, to listen to her, to, constantly answer the phone. 4 o'clock in the morning, you calling me, I'm answering. You know what I'm saying? Sending me messages. I'm going to send you paragraphs uplifting you, telling you that you deserve better, that you are good, like you're a great person, telling you, like, supporting whatever your decision is. Also giving my opinion, of course. And me doing that, not only is it me giving out my energy, but it got me in situations where in one instant, my friend, she had this dude who was disrespectful, and he completely disrespected and violated me as well. Now, I could get into that story, but my brothers watch this channel, and that would just turn into something else, even though the shit is old. But long story short, I got disrespected because of my friends man, and by my friend's man. And honestly, if I had boundaries that I have today, that would have never happened. Because when she was going through what she was going through, I would have just said, you know what, friend, I gotta support you from a distance with this. Like, this is a pattern with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And a lot of people are energetic leeches. And in other words, a lot of people are just very codependent, that any problem that they have, they must be on the phone with someone. They must talk it through with someone. They must just have sit in your face and just be on the phone. And it took for me to lose my loved ones, for people I loved to die, to realize this girl, we were never friends. And it was multiple women in my circle who had that with me. They could call me and talk to me for hours. And honestly, it was something petty like boy drama. And it would 9 times out of 10 be the same dude. They could talk to me for hours. If they wanted me to support them in any type of way, I was there. Like, I had one girlfriend that she wanted to do singing, so I helped her build her Instagram up. Okay, okay, friend, I'm gonna take your pictures. You want to sing? You want to do this? I'm gonna show you how to do your makeup. I'm just that supportive person. And when it came to me losing people, like people physically dying, like never coming back, I didn't get any type of support. I didn't get a phone call, never got a message, never got, hey, I'm just going to come over and check on you. Like, none of that. But when it was your man is cheating on you, when it was he like this girl, he don't like me, when it came to a dude, I was there for you. But when it came to stuff, real life stuff, like, I just hope and pray that no one else ever feels that. But that's what it took me to realize, you know what? This situation for me is, you are not my real friend. And later on, it made me realize, additionally, sometimes it's not even about being a real friend, because sometimes these people are giving you the best that they have. For me, it was a matter of having boundaries, because I had to realize, me constantly being available to these people who would never be available to me was like literally carrying dead weight. And the second that I cut them out of my life, I'm doing so much better for myself. Okay. So it was just crazy to hear her say that she knew she was being an energy vampire. What the thing about boundaries, they're there for you to protect you and to protect the other person, but more so it's about you. She knew she was being an energy vampire. So you essentially are draining your friend of all of it. You know what I'm saying? But because it benefits you, it's okay. That's not cool.
So I would just go. I said, I'm being an energetic leech, but I ain't got nobody else to talk to. Who am I talk to? So I would just, whenever I felt the open space, I still go talk. Yeah. You just say something, because I got something to say. And there were so many things that I was realizing, and I was having anxiety, and then when I didn't want to deal with the anxiety by myself, so I would just go and, friend, yeah. You know what else I realized?
Yeah, she even had realizations when she was in kindergarten.
So,
I remember this one time in kindergarten, this boy had liked me, but it was crazy because we couldn't be together and I just relate that to my relationship now.
Whatever. Okay, so anyways, let me tell y'all something. Exactly. We're trying to make a point, and you going off subject. So,
my arm was tired.
When we started to when she put up those boundaries and stopped letting me talk so much, it made me realize how codependent I was. Because I was having so much anxiety and I had to deal with it by myself. And I would impulsively call random people who I wasn't really,
I noticed that pattern that you did. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, she's not talking to me right now, but she's on the phone with somebody else.
But I'm on the phone with somebody else. Yeah. And I started being on the phone with people who, for me,
as far as ending friendships and relationships, I'm a person who requires deep intimacy. So the bitches that I need to stop cursing, but the women that I would surround myself with in the past, it was literally impossible for them to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? They would not say, hey, I hope you have a good day today. I see you struggling. I just want to let you know that I love you. Or, hey, have a conversation like this. This requires a level of emotional intelligence that, being completely honest, the friends that I had, they weren't capable of doing those things. You know what I'm saying? That's just not they weren't in the space of doing that. And that's fine. Because, I mean, you got what you don't have what you don't have, period. And for me, it just became a level of understanding that, listen, I'm not better than nobody. We are all the same, but I just know better. And for me, honestly, I can't be around someone who's going to say things like, oh, I don't like to show emotion. That sounds like trauma to me. Like, you realize we're all human though, right? Or I can't be around someone who's like, yeah, I don't like that sappy stuff. You know what I mean? I wanted a friend who's gonna call me and check on me. Like the girls I hang around now. I just hope you're doing well. If you want to talk, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? And I reciprocate that same energy as well. Like, I hope you're doing well. If you want to talk, I'm here for you. Like, constantly telling each other that we're beautiful, constantly bigging each other up. I'm proud of you. You're very successful. I see you doing your thing. Da-da-da. But I was around people who would not say that. And honestly, I'm not saying like I need somebody who's going to like wipe my ass and feed my ego. That's not it. But I do need someone who's going to show verbally that they care about me, that they see my success, that they see changes in me, that they're rooting for me. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody who's in my corner. I want my friends to be in my corner, family members to be in my corner. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just natural, and I feel like we all deserve that. Yeah, so it's interesting that they can have that conversation, because the girls that I was around at way back in the day, that's not a vulnerable conversation that I could find myself having with them. That's fine. I mean, it is what it is. You don't know what you don't know, and you know what you know. So it is what it is. I had to end a lot of relationships. Yeah, because of that simple fact. And another thing I want to talk about is, I know a lot of people say, like, when you start changing, they say that people will bring up what you've done in the past. And I think that that's a very, very bad rhetoric to have, because that's just excusing your past crimes. You know what I mean? If a person goes to prison for, let's say, grand larceny and theft, they do their time. They do 15 years. They get out of prison. While they were in prison, most people, since it's so much time to sit and be with yourself and be stagnant, most people in prison, they have like this spiritual revolution, realization, whatever you want to call it, the epiphany. Boom, they have like this spiritual epiphany. Just because they get out of prison and they're like, yo, what I did was what I did in the past is in the past. I would never do that again. Let me meditate with you. That does not mean that they're no longer a felon. In America, if you're a felon, bro, you can't vote. You can't get certain jobs. You can't pass a security clearance because of your past crimes. Now, that's just an analogy, and we're gonna talk about that system in a later time. But those things are in place because if you are capable of some type of damage that you cause to another person, even though you may have changed, even though you may have done work on yourself internally, in the past you showed yourself to be capable of this incident that you've done to someone else. Now, fast forward in the future, present day, you're like, I'm changed, I'm a different person, but it does not matter, because when it comes to the things that you've done to a certain person in the past, you still owe that person an explanation. You can't just go up to them and be like, hey, don't bring up what I did to you, the past trauma that I put you through, because I'm a brand new person and I changed. Let's try a different approach. Let's try, you know what? I did what I did to you. I did X, Y, and Z, and I want to hold myself accountable. I want to make it right. Let's make it right. But saying that was a different person and I've changed, that kind of like, that's sweeping it under the rug. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't really know how to just say, you know what? I'm human. I did that. And that part of me, even looking back and thinking of the things that I did or said to you, is disgusting. I've had that conversation with somebody. It was this one girl. I participated in something that's was a completely violation of her privacy. And I let her know, like, listen, if we're going to reconnect now, I need to be honest, transparent, and bring this to the forefront, and let's talk about it. And this way, I give you the choice to either A, get to know me, the current present day me, and B, heal from what I've done to you in the past. Because at the end of the day, no one's perfect. We all make mistakes, But the accountability, that's the problem that I have with this generation. The accountability is what matters, because people can deal with, let me just say this, people can deal with a lot, okay? People can deal with a lot. People can go through a lot. People could justify a lot of things, but the issue that really comes to play is, I'm sorry, people can deal with a lot of things, and what really comes to play when I say that is, as long as you're accountable and you're honest, that's like, most people are going to be like, you know what, it's cool. You know how many girls who have, well, I always go to cheating, but like, you know how many things people have been through, and you know, marriages have ended, relationships have ended, business partnerships have ended because a person wasn't accountable, because someone did not hold themselves accountable and could be completely honest. So I just feel like that's something that's super important to talk about. You know, we live in an age where everyone is energetically woke, everyone is on their spiritual journey, everyone is, you know, changing for the better, and that's fine. I feel like that is obviously, that's something that I would encourage every person to be to do, is change and, you know, improve. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that the person that you were still existed, and in some people's mind it still exists. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're over what you did to somebody does not mean that it gets erased. You know what I'm saying? That's not how that works. What you have to do as an accountable, responsible person is fess up to what you did in the past, give a very sincere apology, and work on fixing it if you want to fix it, or just be done with it. Leave that person and, you know, be done with it. You know what I'm saying? But to sit and say, you know, that was a different me, that was, you know, I've changed, that to me is like, let's sweep this under the rug. Yeah, I know. Let's say someone, you had a friend who, like, I don't know, like, betrayed you and told all your secrets, and like 10 years later you're still hurting about that, and but you reconnect with this person. Let's say you constantly see each other out, and you both decide, you know what, maybe we should reconnect because we always see each other out, we always run into each other, maybe that's God trying to tell us something. Okay, so boom, so you guys decide to reconnect. Now the conversation comes up. Now she's just asking you, why you bringing up something that happened 10 years ago? What do you mean? Because it happened? Like, we can't rewrite history. Let's not talk about the past. I'm a different person. I've changed. Let's just not talk about it. That's not really how that works. As someone who's emotionally responsible and emotionally competent, I know that either we're going to talk about this, get past it, and really deep dive into the issues, or we're not going to talk at all. And that's just that on that. I believe a person who truly changed can go back and look at the things that they said, done, and made other people feel, the impact that they had on other people. And I'm not saying you should be so ashamed and you should shun, but what caused you to come to this change that you say that you're saying that you changed? What caused you to change? You obviously knew that to a certain extent that something wasn't going happening right. You weren't comfortable. You yourself weren't even comfortable with the things that you were doing, saying, the way that you were treating people, the way you were rocking. You weren't comfortable with that. So you caused yourself to change. You called for change. You did that. So of course, when it comes to, you know, present day, owning up to the things of the past, you have to acknowledge, like, that was a different person who did that to you. That was a different version of me that did that to you, but I'm still the same person. So that means I'm still responsible for the things that I did in the past, even though I will never do that today, even though I would never say those things today, I would never think like that today. That's not the wavelength that I'm on. I'm still responsible for what I did to you back then. And let me give you a very sincere apology. Like, I guess people don't really understand how much their words have an impact. Your words can pretty much set somebody free. There are so many people today living with so much trauma that's literally ruining their life, that's making them sick, that's bringing cancer into their life, that's bringing fucking diseases into their life, that's bringing them their immune system down, that's giving them anxiety, depression, And if they were to hear from that one person who victimized them in the past, you know what? I did that and I apologize to you. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. That is a different version of me. And honestly, looking back, I don't even know how I was capable of doing that. I can't fathom, I can't put into words. There's no logic, no reason behind it. There was nothing that you did to cause that reaction, but it was all about me and the person, how low I was at that time. And because I was such an ugly and nasty person at that time, that's what I gave out. And unfortunately, you were just someone who was there to receive what I was giving out. That's a genuine apology. And that people don't understand. That statement in itself, sincerely, would set so many people free. That would set so many people free. Now, I do believe to a certain extent, yes, it is their responsibility to move past it. But what in my experience, what in my experience, when I've brought things like that up, like, hey, this is what you did to me in the past, this is how it affected me, let's talk about it. Well, that was the past, I don't remember, move on, get over it, you're bitter, you're making that up, that's a lie, just all this gaslighting and just disgusting behavior. And it's from people who profess to be either Christian or spiritually awakened. And to me, that was even more damaging than the initial action. And obviously I know it's a lie. Like, I know because I was there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I just wanted to go ahead and talk about that. I think that people, we once we understand that our words have healing power in it, we could set each other free. We could, you know what I'm saying? And the same way I'm getting on this camera and talking about this, you can do it too. And like, honestly, there is not one person on this planet who hasn't hurt somebody. Now, some of us hurt people more than others. Some of us full-fledged traumatized people. Some of us are like so disgusting that should just be in prison. You know what I mean? But there's not one person on this planet who hasn't caused another human being pain. And that's just what it is to be human. To cause happiness, to cause pain. That's what it is. To cause those things. But we can get past someone being so hurt. You know what I mean? And to get even more spiritual about it, I believe this is how I think karma works. People often think karma is in terms of what you put out what you've done to someone. You know what I mean? Let's say I come to your house and I steal your diamond ring. I leave with the mentality that, oh my God, if I get karma back, somebody's going to steal my diamond ring. No. The karma comes into place where that diamond ring was given to you by your great grandmother. Now you're in there depressed, sad. Now you're in there treating other people, new people come into your house, you check in their pockets, you get the little thing that the little thing you look for gold and out their pockets, you know, the security people have that. You're looking for weapons. Now you have no trust. Now, because you don't trust people, you start violating people. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who comes to your house, you're literally invading their personal privacy, their personal space by going through their pockets. That's where the karma comes in. This is if then because, you know what I mean? If someone stole from you, then you lose trust because of the pain that you went through. Then you lose trust, and because of that, you begin to traumatize other people. Now, me in my head, after I stole that diamond ring, I'm thinking I'm responsible for stealing the diamond ring, and my karma may come back in forms of someone stealing something else, you know, of equal value or greater value for me. But in actuality, what I personally believe, the karma comes in the form of the trauma that now you, the victim that I've stolen from, the trauma that you are putting new people putting those people or subjecting those people to because you lack that trust, because I stole that trust from you. That's where the karma comes in. Let's say you bring somebody, I don't know, we're going to call her Bethany. I stole your ring. Bethany comes to your house maybe a year or 6 months later, and you're like doing like a strip search of Bethany because you're convinced that she has a diamond earring in her butthole. So you're strip searching her, and you know what I mean, you do a cavity search, and that's very traumatizing for Bethany. So my karma is not going to come, may or may not come back in the form of someone stealing from me. It may come back in the form of, you know, me being personally violated, my privacy being violated, something that's even more traumatizing. You know, different things affect people differently. So being stolen from, that may not have an effect on me, but what will affect me is someone doing a strip search on me or invading my personal privacy. So that's just something to think about in terms of karma. You know, if you don't believe in karma, then I don't know, just ignore it. If you don't believe in karma. But honestly, I just think that we have so much power in our words, and it's sad to see how we use it. Nowadays, we use it to even spew negativity on one another. We use it to be hateful towards one another. One thing I've never understood, and this is kind of off topic, is people will say things like, oh, when I get famous, you'll be so mad. Or, oh, when I get successful, you're going to be mad. No. For me personally, oh, you're going to regret this when I get on. Me personally, I want to see you win. And if you genuinely want to see me win, there's no reason for that thought to be in your head, because you are doing something. You are, you know, showing your light, giving your gifts, your talent, and offering what you can to the world, what you're meant to do. Of course I want to see you win. Of course I want to, whether we're on good or bad times, of course I want to see you win. And people don't understand when you say, oh, you're going to be mad when I'm on, when you did it, you're actually cursing yourself. You know what I mean? So now when you're successful and you're sitting around millions of dollars, you sitting wondering why the people you grew up with won't speak to you. You told them. You said to out your mouth, when I get up, you gonna be mad. Of course they're not gonna be in your life because you ordained it that way. Of course they're gonna feel some type of way because you ordained it that way. So our words have a lot of power. And I believe that if we use our words in a way that's more emotionally competent, in a way that we're being emotionally responsible towards one another, we could potentially literally just change this world overnight. Imagine that. Because so many people who are suffering from things that have been done to them, and they're just waiting for that apology that they may never get, and because they don't have the tools to move forward without the apology, they're just stuck in trauma, and they're making bad decisions. They're becoming violent, physically violent to other people. You know what I mean? They're spewing hate on the internet. I'm not saying that we're responsible for the things that someone does out of the pain that we've caused them, but I am saying that we have the ability to set that person free. And I believe that we should do it. Okay. So anyways, that's the gist of this video. I just wanted to come and talk about that. I don't know. I have so many more videos to do. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't posted in a few days, but yeah, I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to upload it because I haven't posted and I need to go ahead and get this uploaded. So thank you so much. If this message helped you in any type of way, go ahead and leave a comment. If you feel like this will help anybody that you know, if you agree, disagree, let me know what you think. But if you feel like this will help somebody that you know and you don't really want to just go ahead and share the video, send it from an anonymous link. Send it to them anonymously if you feel like this is going to be helpful for them. Period. Just download you a Techno app. You can change the number every time you send them a link. You know, send them this link and let them sit and watch. You never know. You never know. This video may change the way that they treat you. You never know, girl. Just send a video, girl. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that. Thank you. Bye.